Now, the top of the hour on the Progressive Voices channel on TuneIn presents the Green News Report.
Nice ride.
It's the real deal. 100% electric.
Super Bowl EV ads mark the slow but persistent cultural shift in the transition from fossil fuels. Oil and gas industry spending big to get Trump into the White House. Plus,
it's really about the defense of science.
Jury sides with climate scientist Dr. Michael Mann in defamatory right-wing smear campaign.
All of those smear campaigns and more straight ahead. From BradBlog.com, I'm Brad Friedman.
And I'm Desi Doyen.
Stand by for 6 minutes of independent green news, politics, analysis, and snarky comment.
It is not okay to make false and defamatory accusations against scientists as part of an ideologically driven agenda to discredit science that might be inconvenient to your political views.
Well, there goes Michael Mann again, putting even more people out of work. Like right-wing propagandists don't deserve to have a job. This is your Green News Report. Okay, Desi Doyen, after we went through it out here a week or so ago with some horrific weather, now apparently it's their turn up in the Northeast.
Yes, please be safe out there.
They're getting walloped today. What do you have for us, Des?
Well, first, the oil and gas industry is giving millions to Republican Party frontrunner, disgraced former President Donald Trump.
You don't say.
According to an analysis of campaign donor data by Bloomberg News, the oil and gas sector is one of Trump's biggest funders in the 2024 election cycle and a critical source of campaign cash for him, giving Trump nearly $8 million. In the same period, the industry gave President Biden just over $600,000.
Of course.
It's a big snub for Biden's record fossil fuel production and profits during his term. Bloomberg notes Trump has also pledged to dismantle critical environmental, pollution, and climate regulations and expand the fossil fuel industry, the primary driver of man-made climate change. In related news, the Tampa Bay Times reports that Florida's Republican-controlled state legislature is now working on a bill that would delete nearly all references to climate change in state law. The bill would also weaken regulations on natural gas pipelines and block local government control over the location of natural gas storage facilities.
Well, you know, if you don't say the words climate change can't exist.
It would also kill off a provision that had required state agencies and local governments to purchase fuel-efficient vehicles. One thing the legislature is not focusing on, solutions to Florida's property insurance crisis, as premiums skyrocket and insurers leave the state because of the surge in climate-intensified extreme weather disasters.
Yeah, but if you don't say climate change, you know, there's really no problem here.
In other news, Super Bowl ads tend to reflect some of the cultural zeitgeist in the U.S. In Sunday's big game, the first held in a stadium using 100% renewable energy.
Cool.
All electric vehicle models continued the growing trend of dominating the automotive ad category, more than conventional gas vehicles, and peppered with celebrities like acting legend Christopher Walken.
Nice ride.
It's the real deal. 100% electric.
It's the real deal.
Yeah.
But notably, the substance of EV ads has also shifted, no longer focused on the newness and novelty of EVs, but more on their coolness and usefulness, like a commercial that demonstrated an EV being used for electricity outdoors. Contrary to a recent surge in misleading media coverage that falsely suggests electric vehicle sales are down, in reality, sales of electric vehicles remain robust and growing in the U.S. and around the world, but the growth rate of sales dipped slightly in 2023 in the U.S. because it only increased 42% over the previous year. Detroit automakers GM and Ford say they have temporarily pulled back EV production while demand catches up. And in California, EVs now make up a quarter of all new cars sold.
1 in every 4 new cars sold.
Finally, a jury in Washington, D.C. has awarded $1 million in damages to climate scientist Dr. Michael Mann, who sued 2 right-wing bloggers for defamation after they falsely accused him of manipulating data showing how our planet is dramatically warming, the famous hockey stick graph that has since been confirmed hundreds of times over. The jury found that falsely attacking climate scientists is not protected speech and is indeed defamatory. Here's Dr. Michael Mann on CNN.
Open debate is a good thing in our public discourse, in our scientific discourse. But it is not okay to make false accusations and defamatory accusations against scientists as part of an ideologically driven agenda.
No, it is not. And though it's taken years, it's great to see Mike stand up against these bullies.
Speech is free, but lies are going to cost you.
About $1 million. For much more on these stories and the ones we couldn't get to today, check out our website at greennews.bradblog.com. I'm Brad Friedman.
And I'm Desi Doyen.
And this has been your Green News Report.
Please help Progressive Voices support the Green News Report by stopping by bradblog.com/donate.